Hi, this upcoming Shabbat, instead of one Parsha, we read two Parashiot, Matot and Masei. It is not always like this, but this year it is. This double portion brings new themes to be discussed and one old one. It begins with the laws concerning vows, oath that people may take, how long they go for, who can invalidate them, who can annul them. And here presents the case of husbands and fathers who may annul the vows taken by women, by their daughters or spouses. A little bit against what we just read about the daughters of Zelophehad, who acquired the right to inherit land from their father. This law seems to be going a different direction, more restriction towards women. But we will leave it there because I think Judaism has made tremendous changes and betterments for equal rights between men and women. The Torah reading then continues with an interesting request. If you recall, there were 12 tribes corresponding to the 13 children of Jacob. Let's not forget Dinah there, right? So these 12 tribes are marching and traveling across the desert for 40 years. They're about to get to the border of Canaan, about to cross the Jordan River going west. And all of a sudden, 2.5 tribes, the tribes of Reuben, the tribes of the Gadites, of Gadi, and half of Manasseh decide to stay on the eastern side of the Jordan River. They say to Moses, you know what? We like this land here better. And Moses acquiesced to that. He does it, but he first says to them, you need to help us to conquer the land of Canaan, and then you can stay on the eastern side of the Jordan River. And that's what they do, according to our tradition. Then the second portion, Maaseh, will continue and do a review of the history of the Israelites in the desert, from Egypt all the way to Moab and across the Jordan River from Jericho. And there is another warning to the Israelites to uproot idol worshiping. Remember, the biggest transgression of Israel during the desert is idol worshiping. And the local inhabitants near Canaan do worship idols. So it becomes more difficult as they approach the land of Canaan to convince the Israelites that Judaism is a very different religion. Anyway, the Torah continues with a list of the tribal heads, and the Torah decrees that 48 cities to be founded will be given to the Levites. And then it allows the laws concerning the cities of refuge to protect the accidental slayer, to protect him or her from the victim's family who might want to avenge that death. At the very end, the Torah continues discussing further rulings for the daughters of Zelophehad, which helps recover the theme of women's rights and their right to inherit from their father. At the very end of Parashat Masei, we'll be concluding the fourth book of the Torah, the book of Bemidbar, or in English, the book of Numbers. And in the next Shabbat, we'll be beginning the last and fifth book of the Torah, the book of Deuteronomy. That's for this Shabbat. I hope you can join us either via Zoom or in person on Friday night. We have a picnic, and I think that is already sold out. But we have services Shabbat morning beginning at 10 a.m., and we would love to see you in our synagogue, always keeping the regulations for COVID-19. On that note, I wish you Shabbat Shalom.